try.
So, hello, hi, good evening. How you doing?
Hello, I'm good. Thank you. How are you doing?
Can't hear you. I don't know. I kind of lost you.
I'm
Say that
good.
again.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Okay, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How's your day today? Today is Sunday. How did your Sunday go?
It was good. Thank you. Regular Sunday service and afternoon nap afterwards.
Okay, so let's just jump straight into it, right? Okay. So just tell us who you are and what you do, just any information that you can comfortably give us. I like personally I like knowing people, like especially, the complicated parts. But yeah, just tell us
No, I'll just
your name and
surface level is fine. Name,
so
like my full name or just my first name, which is fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
My name's Amara. I'm majorly a model. I'm also a student. I'm studying public health at MIVA. Yeah, and on the side, when I'm not shooting or studying, I bake. I bake at home. Yeah, basically, that's like the major thing going on in my life right now.
Okay. So on being neurodivergent, right? Could you tell us what your condition is and also when you got diagnosed, if you have been diagnosed, and also how does it show up in your day-to-day life? Yeah, just give us
Okay,
insight.
my condition ADHD. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Okay,
can hear
ADHD.
you.
So I got to find out about, I'll say 2 years ago, but then I got officially diagnosed in 2024. Yeah, I think at the end, I'm not really sure, but I think towards the end of 2024. Yeah. And how it shows up in my day-to-day life, basically in every aspect of my life, like in every aspect of my life, literally, considering that I'm a student and I also work, it affects me in planning, organization, even my memory. I forget things easily.
Assume that the audience don't know anything about ADHD, right? This is an audience that doesn't know
Okay,
anything.
okay.
Yeah. So just tell us.
All right. ADHD literally shows up from the moment I wake up.
Yeah.
It's difficult for me to do basic stuff, basic day-to-day tasks. Like when you wake up, take your bath,
Okay.
brush your teeth. It's a struggle for me. I have to put so much effort into doing basic things. Um, I can't read. I have to study, but I can't. So like all of that,
But
I'm
for
very,
example, you
very
just mentioned that you are a model. So if it's very
okay.
difficult for you to like wake up and take your bath, how do you become a model? Like you basically spend hours in the studio shooting something. I'm
Oh,
just
okay. So the thing with ADHD, yeah, it's very interest based. So you're probably slacking in one aspect if it is boring to your brain. But if you find something interesting, your hyper focus is on 100. You could go all in, and as long as you find something interesting or exciting, your body just yeah, exactly. So like I enjoy my job because it's spontaneous. It's not as rigid as a 9 to 5, or like I don't have a fixed routine. I don't have one thing to do every blessed day that would drive me into burnout and boredom. So when I'm on set, it can be stressful. Being a model or being on set can be stressful, but I personally enjoy it. So I can deal with it. Yeah, the only thing I struggle with is punctuality, having to go early because I have time blindness, a major factor
yeah.
that comes with ADHD is time blindness. I literally have no perception of time. I struggle every time to, I don't intentionally decide to be late, but I just can't perceive how time passes. And I struggle and struggle to keep the time, but that's majorly what I struggle with in terms of that. Yeah, concerning modeling, yeah, it's time. Yeah, basically.
Thank you for that insight. So let me just go to um the main angle we're facing here, and that is um stereotyping for neurodivergent people, right? So someone could be like, you don't look ADHD, right? Sorry
Sorry, it's
about
a
the
little
background.
noisy. I can't hear you
Oh,
clearly.
I
Yeah.
don't know you. You have to come see.
Can you say again?
Yeah. So someone could be like, you don't look ADHD. I don't know if you've ever
Okay.
gotten that before.
Okay.
First of all, like I asked you, you work in the modeling. Like, how did you become a model? I've seen some of your works. I've seen you on adverts, brand adverts, and
Yeah.
and it's look amazing in all of them, right? So you look so put together. You look so beautiful. You are like a conventional body, like real life Barbie and body mixed together. Like, yeah, I don't
The
know.
normal
Like you are
standard
like,
for good
yeah,
looking.
you're fine
And then
girl.
that's with ADHD.
Yes, you're
Yeah,
fine girl, right? So I'm just asking, how do you deal with that? People stereotyping you, and what can you say about that as regards, neurodivergent people facing stereotype?
that's the thing. And even worse in Nigeria, it's a warped mentality that you can't look a certain way and have a certain condition. And it's also because ADHD being a mental developmental disorder, it's not something people see. So people usually only attribute disability to physical disabilities. Basically, it doesn't make sense to them if they're not seeing the problem. You're only attributed or described as disabled if you're physically handicapped. So it's a very big deal for people to understand that, oh, you look this way and you're saying you have a disability. Like, they can't put it together. And I'll say it's a
Yeah,
bit of, like I said, it's a warped mentality. It's a bit of, I don't know if I regard it as like a bias, like a cognitive bias. It's just an inherent mentality. Like, when you look good, people, I think it's aside mental problems, generally when you look good, people would literally treat you differently. Yeah. So they can't put it together or make sense of it that you look this way and then you
yeah,
have a disability. Nobody would believe you. Nobody would even make sense of it because they just don't know that it's possible. It's almost the same way when they say men can't express certain emotions. They just believe because you're a
yeah,
man, you have to be
yeah,
macho, you have to be masculine.
yeah.
Just because you look a particular way, you can't do this. So yeah, and that's a problem because then mm, people underestimate how much you struggle because they just feel like, na fine girl now, or na fine man, na
Can you
fine boy.
share
You
us a
can't be.
particular experience? Do you have any particular experience, any personal experience, a story?
It's always so hard for me to go through my memory files right now on the spot. I can't think of any, but I can't easily explain that, oh, this is what I'm going through. And then when they just look at you, it's almost like you're just speaking gibberish. Like, it doesn't make sense to them. Like, what do you mean you're going to this? You're in school, you're this, you're that. Because nobody sees the
Yeah,
hidden struggles, yeah? What do you mean you're going to this and you struggle to, like, especially with like schooling, when I complain that I'm not able to, I am struggling, I am losing my mind. But then they now they now refer to when you were like acing your studies when you were much younger. I'm like, it's not possible. You know book, you're smart, you're this. So nobody is able to grasp that this is a real life struggle. I'm literally struggling. I can't understand. I can't assimilate. I can't focus. I can't, So there's such a gap. There's nobody. I try these days. I try not to explain because the more you explain, the more they only see it from their point of view, and they're just
yeah,
looking at the physical.
yeah.
So
Yomi. Yeah,
yes, I deal with my stuff personally.
I feel you. I feel the struggle. I also have a bit of that too, So one of the things I do personally is that I do a lot of self-talking, like self-monologue and, pacing, right? And, you know, I remember um there's a boy that came to stay with us one time. It just showed like that was the time that somebody outside of our family is coming to stay with us. And then somebody was like, like you see him being surprised, like, what is this? What is this? Like doing like this? She looks normal and all of that, And when we talk, he'd be like, like, you're so funny. You should not be doing like this. This all just like stereotype of like, oh, this person is
Almost like
fine.
if you look a particular way, you can't be forgetful. If you look a particular way, you can't be clumsy. If you look a particular way, you can't be this, you can't be that. And then you get harsh treatment from people not
The one
understanding why you are
because
the
you're
way you are.
succeeding in this, why you're not succeeding in it. Some people will not be like, maybe you're pretending. For example, I succeed better in my career, like work, than house chores, like domestic duties. My sister will be like, are you sure you're not pretending? Like, because you don't forget like this in your work. Like, my work gives me dopamine. Like, I love my
Yeah,
work.
right.
I love my work. My work is, it gets me high. Like, it can hold my attention. I don't care about all of those things. Right. So, um, what message would you want to leave to like Nigerians as regards to typing people with neurodivergent conditions? Not just ADHD now, but like all neurodivergent conditions.
So am I speaking to people that are neurodivergent or general Nigerian?
Like okay, can we do it both? First of all, people that are neurodivergent and also like people that are not.
The only message that I have for people that are neurotypicals, yes, neurotypicals, very hard-headed neurotypicals, the message I have for them is try to be more understanding, try to be more open-minded, try to be supportive, try to gain awareness so you can help the people in your lives that are neurodivergent, try to not be so stuck in your very myopic views of how a person should behave. Try to be open to the fact that people can be different. People have brains that work differently. Yeah. And be supportive, at least if you understand the particular condition that they're going through. And then for neurodivergence, like I would say to myself, give yourself grace. Don't beat yourself up so much. Give yourself grace and take as many breaks as necessary. For someone I was going to say, you can give up sometimes, but what I mean is to actually like take necessary breaks, because if you you push yourself to mental burnout that will take you so long to recover from, and the cycle continues. We cannot cure this thing in this way, no matter how much you feel bad about it, you can't actually cure it in the moment. So give yourself grace, understand that it is not your fault, first of all, and as much as possible, find the things that help you. I don't want to give those very generic and annoying tips and advice where they say, oh, write a to-do list. All of that is, I don't want to use wrong words on here, but basically, like someone like me, I have very terrible focus. So as much as possible, as much as you can, try to remove distractions. It is hard. See, my distractibility level is 100%. I could be reading and the slightest sound would literally take me away from what I'm doing. So, and then having to live with people, yeah, when I need to study, I can't do anything. If a person passes, I stop. If there's a sound on the street, also living in Lagos is pretty noisy. I could try to beg everyone in the house to stay quiet, and then someone on the streets is passing, making so all of those used to frustrate me, and I would lose my mind and keep crashing out, and I stay overstimulated. So I know that I can't change my brain right now. Yeah, I just have to help myself in a way. So thankfully, I discovered using brown noise. So when I get overstimulated, I just block my ears with brown noise, white noise. It cancels out all of the outside noise, and then I'm able to focus
What
on what
kind of
I'm doing.
noise is
So my
that?
next thing.
Brown noise.
Yeah, it's available on regular music
Okay.
apps, Spotify. You just have to
I
type
guess
in
I've
brown
heard
noise.
of white
It's like
noise,
that
brown noise. Okay.
sound.
Okay,
So
okay,
noise,
okay.
like some, I think there's some like rain sounds can also be referred to that, or 8D sound, 7D sound. So those are noise that normal people would find noisy or disturbing. But if you're like me that has so much noise in my head and I can't focus, when I put it on, I'm able to focus on that and also have the sound like calm me. Yeah. So that's what I do to stop myself from being frustrated every day. Because when I think about times when I have to do exams, considering the fact that I'm in an open university and I have to study online, it is almost impossible. It's almost like I can't explain it. But then I spend days and days and days and days rotting and trying and getting frustrated and stimulated and frustrated, and the cycle just continues. So I help myself with removing as many distractions as I can. Some people don't have the liberty or the luxury of staying alone or having their own personal space. So just find what works for you, yeah, to reduce burnout. What else? Yeah, basically give yourself grace. That's the number one thing. That's what I started to do. I've been doing for more than a year, and it helped me because I used to beat myself up a lot and blame myself and cuss myself out. But like I figured it's not my fault. I can't really do so much about it. So when I give myself grace, I'm able to understand, okay, this is not working for me. I can try this. I can just, just calm down and just do this some other way, or just let it go. Take a break. I take multiple breaks so I could just get back to it. And then I also try to detox from my phone a lot, like especially in the mornings, to get my dopamine high so I can start my day better. I try not to use my phone first thing so it doesn't steal and give me cheap dopamine. And then, because when I start my day with my phone, it leaves me very unproductive for most of the day. I mean, normally they are very unproductive. I struggle to be productive.
Let me just take one video on Instagram, like before you know you're there,
Yeah.
7
So
hours.
I've been trying to build up little control. So I give myself tasks, like challenges, because when I give myself challenges, it makes my brain excited to do it. Yeah. So I started to wake up in the morning, sit by my phone, and I just stare and sit for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I put a timer. So it just challenges me to stay longer. And then it kind of defogs my mind. And then I try to do just few minutes Tabata or cardio, gets me sweating, and it just awakens my mind to an extent. That lasts for a short while though, but like if you have it in mind to, stay away from your phone a little more, it will help you. It might help you. It doesn't work. It won't work for everyone the same way, but this is what works for me. So yeah, it's how I'm just managing myself.
I love how you personalized it, right? Because there's indeed no
because
one
it's not,
size fits all.
it's not one way
It's not
fits all.
that, straight.
Sorry, my light is out.
Yeah, no problem. We're actually done. Um, thank you so much, Amara. I just have one question for you. One last question. How would you
Okay.
define ADHD, like personally
How
for
would
you?
I
Define ADHD, like
define ADHD? So
yeah.
before now, ADHD being, I don't know if this is bright enough, sorry, but before now,
It's not
ADHD
even like
being
the dictionary, yeah, but you can start from there.
attention deficit hyperactivity
Yeah.
disorder. That's just it's a very, very surface level definition, like hyperactivity and attention. It is very, very surface level. So I like to say ADHD is a self-regulatory disorder. I like to say ADHD is a self-regulatory, like the inability to do. That is what I like to describe it as. The inability. There's a bit of a connection somewhere. The ability to want to, but inability to actually do. Yeah. So it's basically you're trying to regulate your emotions, you're trying to regulate a lot of things, and it is just out of place. It's out of your control. So it's a self-regulatory disorder. I hope that carries the point I'm trying to make. Yeah. It is way more than just attention deficit and hyperactivity. I think you're muted.
Yeah, I was the one that muted myself. Yeah, just for a while. All right, thank you so much. I love the want to, but the inability to, like,
Yeah.
I can so relate. Like, it's not like I want to forget. It's just left my mind. Like, it just left my, and I can't pretend to care about something I don't care about. I may want to, but I don't. Like, really, and it just happens. It just keeps my mind. I just forget it. I just, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Amara. Thank you for this. One thing we're trying to do at Project Neuroharmony is just to like spread awareness. And someone termed this, I was explaining this to somebody, and the person was like, "Oh, so you mean like a gist corner for neurodivergent people?" I was like, "Yeah, you got it."
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. low-key, I would actually love to connect with more neurodivergent people, like that have other different conditions, and just see the similarities and the differences and how their life experiences are, how it's similar to mine, how it's different, and just get it to other people's minds, basically.
We hope to get to do that project Neuroharmony sometime. No, step by step though.
Yeah.
Yeah, good work you all have going on here.
All right. We have to go now. Thank you so much. And, I hope you have a lovely, lovely evening.
You too. Thank you. I enjoyed doing this.